Jason here with Walrus Audio, Namm 2016. Showing you some of the new stuff we've got for this year. I've got Than Medlam playing guitar for us. He's playing on a Rhoney Starblaster, running through a Milkman 20-watt creamer, through this big Creation Music pedal board, wired up with lava cable. Yeah, we'll take you through some of the new stuff. So we'll start with the Contraband Fuzz. It's a one knob fuzz. It's just a no frills, meat and potatoes kind of fuzz. It's a great sound. It's got a thick and thin switch, which can kind of help single coils or humbuckers, give you a few options depending on sort of the natural voicing of your guitar. And then just a single knob for output volume. So just determine how loud you want it to be, and it can get really loud. It's got a lot of volume on tap, which is kind of fun. The next thing is the Julia Chorus. It's an analog chorus vibrato. So you've got two different LFO waveforms, sine and triangle. The normal rate and depth controls you'd expect to see, and then we get a little creative from here. So we've got a dry-wet mix knob. So at full dry, you have no effect. It's straight through, just like the bypass signal. As you start to come towards noon, you start to dial in some of the wet pitch-shifted signal, which gives you the chorus effect. And then as you go past noon, you start to leave the dry behind and go towards full wet, which would give you vibrato at the maximum setting. So a lot of chorus pedals just have a switch there that will let you toggle between chorus and vibrato. That kind of leaves a lot of ground out that you can't explore, and so we put this pot here so now you can mix around and listen to lots of different sounds that you wouldn't normally be able to do. And then we also have a lag knob, which controls the delay time on the wet side of the chorus that you're modulating around. So at shorter times, it's going to be a really tight, smooth chorus. And then at longer times, as you bring it around, you're going to get a much more watery, seasick, wobbly kind of sound when you increase that delay time. And then the last thing here is we showed the Luminary last year. It's going to be coming out this spring. It's a quad octave, so you have 2 octaves down, 2 up, and full volume control over each one of those 4 octaves. A dry-wet knob, you can go full dry, full wet, everywhere in between. The attack knob is great. It lets you sort of delay the octaves coming in from your initial attack, or you can have them come right behind. At the minimum setting, it'll be right on your pick attack. The filter control is a nice sort of low-pass filter and envelope filter, all kind of in one knob. So at lower settings, you get a quackier sound, real funky sound, and then at higher settings, you can just get a more open, smoother, brighter tone. And then the flutter control will kind of do some really seasick, Leslie sounding. I wouldn't say that emulating a Leslie sound, but just that's the best way to describe it. You kind of just have to hear it. A couple other great things about the Luminary is it has 3 onboard presets as well as live mode. So you can actually have 4 sounds you can access just with the tap of the preset switch here. So you've got 3 colors on the LED, and then the off position is referring to the current position of all the knobs here. So 4 sounds you can access really fast, as well as full expression control over any of the parameters. There's 8 dip switches inside the pedal. You can run any of those dip switches in any combination with an expression pedal. So that makes it an extremely versatile pedal and a pretty compact footprint. So let's hear some of this. We'll start with the fuzz over here. So let's hear the clean tone first. Okay, so here's the Contraband one knob fuzz. Yeah. Go to the bridge position. So this is the thin setting. Let's go to the thick setting and just hear some more beat come in. Yeah, lots of fun there. So let's hear the Julia next. So I'm going to turn the dry wet all the way to dry. So if you'll, then you play something real quick. So there's a clean tone. Again, at full dry here, if you turn this on, you hear no difference. Just have your clean tone still. So as we bring the dry up, you'll start to hear the chorus effect come in. The first half of the knob rotation is great for bass players because this is allowing the full dry signal to come through, and you can dial in just the amount of wet that you want to get a nice, really subtle chorus effect on bass, but still have a lot of low come through. So at shorter lag settings, you're going to have that tight, smooth chorus, and we can bring this up and you'll start to hear much more of a watery, a much looser, watery chorus. Now let's move towards vibrato. So I'm going to flip the LFO wave to sine. You can use the different wave shapes no matter what the knobs are set to, but we'll head towards vibrato here. Again, as I turn the lag knob up, it's just going to get more seasick feeling. Yeah. Let's move on to the Luminary here. So again, dry wet knob. We'll start with that totally dry, so you'll hear no effect. We'll bring in some -1 octave. Some +1 octave here and start to bring up the dry wet. So that's going to be equal parts dry and wet there. And we can keep going around to full wet. You could add some -2 here. Some +2 as well, kind of sitting underneath. Do some really nice organ sounds. You do some like triad stuff on the top strings. Bring the filter up, brighten it up. Yeah. And we can show the attack control. So if you bring this up and you let notes sustain, it'll kind of swell in behind your initial attack. Bring the dry back in. Yeah. Let's try, let's listen to the fuzz and the luminary together here. So here's the fuzz. And we'll bring the luminary in on top of that. So again, starting with dry. Thanks a lot for stopping by the Walrus Audio booth, Namm 2016. Thanks for taking a look at the new stuff. We're excited to get it out to you, so just be checking social media and for release dates, and we'll see you soon.
Our Magma, Blue Demon, and Pink Diamond cables. These cables are low in capacitance, super affordable, and use 99.9% tough pitch bare copper for their conductor and shield. Extremely flexible, rugged, and limber, they're an ideal choice for entry-level players, hobbyists, stage players, and anyone who wants a great bang-for-buck cable. Our premium series include the ELC, Vintage, American Stadium, and Clear Connect.